peeps. Lisa Joe Bab, your doTERRA Essential Oil Girl. How you doing? Happy Saturday. We're eating our dessert. And we both would rather have chocolate. That's okay. So, I had John listen to a sermon that I listened to the other day. And since I got him in the background, but it was Andy Stanley. I know some of you guys have heard of Andy Stanley. And I just took some notes on some stuff because I was like, Okay, right out the gate though, he said something profound. I was in a group. He said something profound and he said, oh, I got the move. And I was like, what in the world is this man talking about? Because, we're in church and this is a preacher preaching. And he said, yeah, you know you hit on something in the church whenever you hear that, I was like, oh my God. That is so true. What do you think, babe? Now, apparently, there was a story to go to it. Apparently, somebody had come to church for the first time and, pulled him aside after church and he says, I like all what you got to say and everything else, but is moving required? Oh my God. That was so funny. Some of the other points he made, I'm just going to share because that's just what I want to talk about tonight. Y'all know I talk about how guilty I feel about being judgy sometimes. Well, he said, and this is what I wrote down now, so it has to be true. He said we're supposed to judge, and the reason why is to hold each other accountable for what God wants us to be doing. Absolutely, you're supposed to judge and say that is not okay or that is okay, because that's you know what He wants, and if you go against what He wants, that's not okay. It's okay to judge people. I was like, that's not very woke.
Well, honey, it's okay to judge on the inside when you're within. The Christian church should be judging each other. That's not the same thing.
It's not the same.
Judge the world. Not the same thing.
Okay, but it did make me feel better about being a little judgy sometimes. He's very upset about how America churches handled the pandemic. He said there was no excuse for Christians to divide like they did. He was very disappointed in that. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. He also made a point of saying that we have to fight for our rights. We absolutely have to fight for our rights. We've got to stop letting people just run us over. This is a good one for me because, especially what I'm doing now with the doTERRA stuff, right? There'll be times when somebody will tell me, "Oh yeah, I'll be there," and then they don't show up, right? So I've kind of gotten used to that, and it's kind of like my mantra is it's no expectations, just people are not going to do what they say they're going to do. Well, he brought that up. He said, actions speak louder than words. We've all heard that. Actions speak louder than words. But he added on, that's only half of it. The reactions to the actions speak louder. You got something to say, John?
I like what you're saying. I was humming. Was mooing.
He was mooing. So does that make sense to you guys? Does it make sense, John? You say it in your words.
Yeah, the reaction is the important part.
Your reaction to
how you react to things.
How I react to things. So actions speak louder than words. So if you're going to do it, do it. Yeah. That just kind of hit home for me. Okay, I'll stop rambling. Anyway, it was a good sermon. Andy Stanley, if anybody wants to look up his stuff, he's pretty good. That's all I got. A Frankincense up before I got on, so that'll be my doTERRA commercial for the evening. All right, y'all have a lovely evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.